Welcome in, guys, to the Advisor Odyssey podcast. Today's episode is all about client appreciation events. So if you have clients and you're looking for something to do to add into your calendar that creates referrals for you, creates appreciation like for your firm, that stickiness, if that sounds like you, then pay attention. We got a great episode coming your way.
This is the Advisor Odyssey audio experience, where financial advisors, planners, insurance agents, and brokers will find fresh new ideas and perspectives around what it takes to launch, succeed, scale, and bulletproof their business.
Client appreciation events have to be one of the most asked questions that I get from the advisors that I currently work with. Hey, Daniel, what are some ideas that I can do for my clients? I don't want to just do a holiday party. What are some good things I can add? Or, hey, Daniel, I've got a little bit of a budget set aside for client appreciation stuff, for client events. What's going to create referrals for me? Or, hey, Daniel, I get that question all the time. But today's episode, we're going to dissect something really quick, so we're all on the same page. There is a difference between client appreciation events, client referral events. There is a difference between client appreciation events and client referral events. I say that again because it is so important to understand that. As soon as you try to throw an appreciation-based event where it's all about have fun, let's get together, let's hang out, and as soon as you weave in that referral message to it, you create a little bit of gray area. And this is especially true for your advertising of it. If you invite clients to an upcoming Christmas party and you tell them, hey, bring a friend, that's suddenly very different than just saying, hey, we've got an upcoming Christmas party just for our clients. We want you to be there. Right? It's totally different. So this specific episode is all about the appreciation. We are not going to be talking about how to generate referrals from client events. There is a time and place for that, and I'll have a future episode on this. But right now it is client appreciation. So with that said, your client events, when they are appreciation based, assuming you've got, at least over 20, 30 clients, you need to start having them laid out in different tiers of event. So, for example, your A-rated clients or A-grade clients, the ones you would duplicate over and over again, they should be invited to all your events, sure, but they should also have their own exclusive event, if not multiple events. Your B and C and D clients, hopefully you have no D clients or they shouldn't be clients, but if you've got some lesser than clients that you say, if they leave, that would suck, but it's not the end of the world, they should not be going to your upper tier events, and you need to make sure that that's laid out in your advertising. It all starts with your CRM. Make sure that is labeled in your CRM, or at least have an Excel doc on the side where you can see when we host this client event, we know that we're going to invite these clients. When we do this event, we're going to invite these ones. That is how you need to set this up, okay? So with all that said, there's two different types of client events, referral and appreciation focus. Today we're talking about appreciation, and then all of this starts with the different tier breaks. So these events we're going through, you can choose whether they're for your A clients, your B clients, C clients, all of your clients, or totally up to you. So let's get into this. Make sure you guys, if you haven't yet, please take a minute and check out the link in the description here to subscribe to my weekly newsletter called The Weekly Voyage, where we are featuring, we're highlighting an article that just came out the week prior. We're featuring the podcast episode if you haven't seen it yet. Plus, we're sharing a multiple of 2, 3, sometimes 4 brand new ideas that have not yet been shared that can only help you grow your business and build the practice of your dreams. Now, again, the link is in the description. It is called the Weekly Voyage Newsletter, and it is on LinkedIn and through LinkedIn's newsletter platform. All right, the very first client event, and by the way, these are in no particular order, but the very first client event that I really appreciate, that I really enjoy when I hear advisors do it, is I just label it as the movie theater event. If you work with retirees, if you work with pre-retirees, you work with younger demographics, millennials, like whatever it is, there's an element here of culture that we grew up in, or that they grew up in, pardon me. So when it comes to movie theater events, here's the idea. Go to your, hopefully you've got multiple, but go to your local movie theaters and ask how much it would cost to lease out or rent out 1 or 2 cinemas that day. And the whole idea is that you can provide the movie, unless they already have it, but you provide the movie that you want to show, that you want to watch. You try to rent it out for a couple hours if at all possible, to where it's just your clients. You don't want to have a bunch of people there. The worst thing that can happen with this event is you host it, or you say you're going to host it, you buy tickets for your clients to attend a movie, and then all of a sudden they're fighting over parking spots because the new Marvel movie's coming out. They've got this new Disney. Like, you're not trying to do that. You're trying to lock in an actual movie event, and ideally, again, that's going to be a matinee kind of deal. It's going to be in the afternoon or in the morning, perhaps. Rarely will you be able to host this on an evening, but it's possible. I've seen it done before. So this movie theater-based event idea, rent out your local theater, and then if you want to add a little flair to it, poll your clients. Ask them what movie they would like to see. That's a good way to gauge if they're going to show up, if they're not. But you need to be proposing movies that match their, like your primary client demographic. So, for example, if you're working with retirees, you should not be showing kids movies. Like, it's an obvious one, but like, yes, maybe you're thinking to yourself something like, Frozen. Frozen, the newer Disney movie. It's a great movie. There's no sort of concerns over like, PG-13 rated or rated R. Like, you're not going to have any of those concerns. But again, like, if you got a letter in the mail saying that you're hosting a movie theater, or if you're hosting a client event and the movie being showed is Frozen, you're not going to be inclined to invite anyone to that. You're probably not going to be inclined to go in general because it's just not your kind of movie. So again, pay attention to the age band, the age gaps in your clients. Find an older movie to put on display, an older movie to show. Bring in like Robert Redford, older actor, right? He's been in a lot of different movies, and I know a lot of people in that 50 plus age band who love Robert Redford. So like, show those movies. Clint Eastwood, show those movies. You can easily ask the movie theater, hey, for each attendee that I have, which you would have pre-registration on this, okay? For each attendee that I have, I'd like to get them a large soft drink, and then a choice of either popcorn or candy, or a hot dog, nachos, whatever your theater might have. But they get one food item and then one drink. Nothing alcoholic, to be clear. If you have a movie theater that does serve alcohol, avoid alcohol. You don't want to be liable for that unintentionally. But again, the movie theater event is a really easy way to build that appreciation. It's a good way to gauge client interest as well, especially if you do ask them what kind of movie to watch to show. It's not going to be crazy expensive. Because you have the pre-registration for the food and the drink, you can actually get a good gauge on how much spots you'll have in case your theater does charge per person or per seat. All in, you're looking at no more than $1,000, maybe $1,500, depending on your area, to host this event. And you could easily do this once or twice a year. The second client appreciation event that I really like is Food Truck Plaza. So I do say Plaza specifically because ideally you have more than one option here. But ultimately, you can hop on Facebook. You can hop on, or maybe you just know this off the top of your head, but in every neighborhood, every community, there seems to be a handful of food trucks, or maybe just one, but there's always a couple food trucks that they're everywhere. Whenever some company, some organization, some charity hosts an event and there's food there, it's usually this food truck. I've got it here in my hometown. There's 3 or 4 food trucks that I see everywhere. Ask them to, if hopefully you've got a parking lot at your building. That's another kicker here. If not, you'll have to find an open space, shared space to be able to do this. But ask them to come to your parking lot. Ask them to come to your office, your location, wherever it is, and just serve food from, call it 11 o'clock to 2 o'clock. You could do a pay per person deal. You could buy a lot of them probably have minimums. You'll have to pay at least, call it $800 to even have them show up. But whatever it is, like, that event in and of itself is an amazing opportunity. You'll have your clients. They'll likely show up, especially if you have a good variety of food. They will bring people with them more than likely. Again, we're not driving referrals with this, but it will happen more than likely. They'll bring their family. They'll bring their kids. They'll bring their friends. They'll bring people with them for the free food. And what happens is with the food trucks, they will have to get out of their car to go to the food trucks to order. When they do that, they will mingle. They will communicate. They will talk. And like, that will happen. That camaraderie will naturally build. You will be there to help facilitate, to talk, to interact with people. If you want to have some yard games set up or like some stuff for kids, like, you're more than welcome to. But the Food Truck Plaza, I think, is an amazing event idea. And the best part is the food trucks. You can very easily ask them, hey, whomever, would you also please, just as a favor to me, post this on your social media site so people know that you're going to be, at this location at this time. While you run a risk of doing that by paying for people's food that you don't want to, an easy way around that is to give each of your clients tickets. And if someone shows up to order food and they don't have a ticket, they have to pay for the food out of their own pocket. So you're not liable for that. But also, when they post it on their social media, you'll get a little more engagement. You might get a little more traffic. You'll get more exposure. Organic marketing, right? Brand awareness. So again, and that's the food truck plaza idea. Our third idea here is it's like a combination event. A lot of advisors do a shredding event for taxes and for I guess various things. But I'm not a fan of just a shredding event. Where I think shredding events can be really valuable, at least in the next couple of years here, is if you integrate the shredding event with a tax time bomb type event. I know of 2 advisors who have done a tax time bomb event or something similar. They'll call it something else. It's where they basically do this big party about the tax laws are changing, XYZ time. Here's the different stipulations. Here's the brackets. Here's the rules, all of that. They use it as an opportunity to educate clients as well, but they will make a big deal out of it because they want to, again, create that urgency. They want to educate, but also create urgency. Hey, taxes are going to change. That's going to affect you more than likely. You should be aware of it. Even talking about myself, I know the taxes are going to change. Am I doing something now to prepare for it, a couple years from now? No, I'm not. And that's on me. But again, you as the financial advisor should be on top of that with your clients, especially if they're older. This is an opportunity for you to bring light something that is a big deal. It's an opportunity for you to have a lot of fun with it, to create some pretty cool interactions in social media posts. But again, it's also, at the end of the day, it's still a shredding event. So you can easily pair it after taxes. This episode's being published in March or late February, early March. Again, we're not through tax season yet. It's a great opportunity to host this after tax season. Our fourth event that I really like for client appreciation style is a themed cruise. Now, I've seen advisors who are not anywhere near a body of water do this with a train. There's an advisor in Colorado I know who did this on some local train. I don't know what it's called, but a themed cruise is basically, and it's not like a carnival cruise by any means. It's just leasing out or paying for a cruise ship, like a small one. And it's really just a chance for you to invite your clients to it. This would be if you're A-rated, A+ clients, by the way. This will be more pricey the more people you have. But oftentimes, you'll probably be able to fit maybe 60 to 80 people on this boat. So you'll have to choose it wisely. But on this boat, I know advisors who have done a Margaritaville, themed cruise event. I know some who have done, a murder mystery even. I know some who have done, a sports team. I want to say one of the advisors I work with, they're huge Carolina Panthers fans. They're on that east side. So they did a Panthers themed one. There's all these different opportunities you can do this, in terms of a theme around. But inviting your clients to it, they'll enjoy it. They'll love it. It's a good way for you to also, honestly, get all your clients together. When the boat starts moving, they're, for the most part, kind of trapped. That's an opportunity for you to make any major announcements for your firm as well, if you'd like to. It's an opportunity for you to talk about anything that you've done personally over the year you want to share. But it's also an opportunity for them to, again, mix and mingle with each other. Now, our last client appreciation event idea that I really like is very simply, it's just a wine and food pairing event. If you're in an area, call it that West Coast area, especially anyone in California should be doing this, I think, or Oregon as well. Hosting a wine and food pairing event. It's where you have, it doesn't have to be a sommelier or anything like that, but have someone come in and talk about, this glass of Pinot Noir versus this glass of Pinot Noir. Here's the different flavor profiles. Here's what it's going to pair best with. You can easily have a food element to this that will obviously raise the cost. But if you wanted to limit it to your just A+ clients and A clients, you could do that. It'd be worth it. But the wine and food pairing stuff, easy opportunity for you to show clients, something new they might not have experienced before. That pre-fee kind of dinner course deal. Well, most people love it. They love the atmosphere, the elements of it, but rarely do they do it. It's either pretty expensive or it's a long dinner or they just never set it up. Whatever it is, it's an opportunity for you to bring that to the table for your clients. And I'd bet you a lot of money that they would love it. Unless, of course, they don't drink. But anyways, that's an opportunity. If the wine in and of itself, if you feel like you've got a lot of clients that would prefer, something like bourbon instead, you can do bourbon. Now, there's a liability piece to this. They will have to sign waivers or, sign something. But ultimately, that's a great client event idea. What's up, guys? If you're enjoying all this great content, be sure to check out our other content platforms for more and different types of content all around ways that you can become a better advisor. Things like marketing, sales process development, client experience. Maybe it's managing your team and your advisors better. Lead, like whatever it is, be sure to check out our social media profiles. You can find us at Advisor Odyssey across most every single platform that you're likely using. If you're looking for some more in-depth written out articles and blog posts, you can find that both on Medium by searching again at Advisor Odyssey, and then also on LinkedIn on my personal page, Daniel Hodajak. It's on these social media platforms where you can send in your questions, your feedback, your thoughts, and then I will then take that, formulate it, and I will try to create, maybe it's an entire podcast episode, another post that's specifically designed to help you answer the question that you are sending in. Again, that can be a direct message, it can be an email. Whatever it is, feel free, ask the question. I'll give you my best insight, and then hopefully it can make a huge difference in your business. Anyways, guys, let's get back to the episode. And guys, that's the 5 client appreciation events that I personally really like. To recap, in no particular order, renting out a movie theater, showing a movie for all your clients, asking food trucks show up, I call it the food truck plaza, hosting a tax time bomb plus a shredding event, scheduling a themed cruise night, and then the 5th is a wine and food pairing course. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you enjoy it. Take care.
We hope you enjoyed the Advisor Odyssey audio experience. Connect with us on your favorite social media platforms at Advisor Odyssey. You can find our full-length educational videos to watch on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Check out all our articles and publications on medium.com/Advisor Odyssey. The Advisor Odyssey podcast is available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. The contents and opinions shared, expressed, or otherwise alluded to on the Advisor Odyssey podcast and audio experience are solely ideas and not to be depicted as tax, legal, or investment advice. Results from the use of these concepts may not be representative of the experience of all financial professionals and are no guarantee of future success. Your results may vary. The Advisor Odyssey and its affiliated members are not to be held liable or responsible for any lawful recourse or punishment invoked upon the individual or accompanying business partners or team members. Federal law, state law, and/or insurance carrier requirements may prohibit or place limitations on any of the ideas and activities expressed. All advisors, planners, wholesalers, affiliated reps, and investment advisors should be aware of any limitations imposed by federal regulation, state regulation, insurance carriers, broker-dealers, and registered investment advisors as applicable. Investment advisors are strongly encouraged to obtain pre-approval from the broker-dealer, registered investment advisor, insurance company, or similar institution with which they may be affiliated.